on IWTV News.
Jason's story, it's one of courage, resilience, and most of all, love. For the good of Doug, a tree of life, right where this good man would have wanted. Fight for the Kinney Cup, chalk up another in the win column, and just keep rolling along. The Iowa Western men's soccer team is on a mission.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching IWTV News.
Hello and welcome to IWTV News. I'm JJ Davis. And you know, every now and then you come across a story that touches your soul while you learn about courage, never giving in, and never giving up. Well, the Jensen family knows this all too well because this first story is about their little boy. His name is Jason, and they're all there for him. This 1.5-year-old curly blonde-haired spark plug is living with cystic fibrosis. The hereditary disease that affects the lungs and digestive system has in effect made Jason's mom carry the torch. Rachel Jensen, an employee here at Iowa Western, is helping in leading the fight against CF. And what's happening? Well, this wife and mother of two is being honored as one of Omaha's finest. She's one of a magnificent 7 that have agreed to fundraise over a 10-week period for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
I was completely shocked. I did not see this coming at all. Very honored, truly surprised. Thank you.
Rachel was nominated by her father-in-law, Dave Johnson. He wanted to honor her for what she's done and how passionate she is about CF and about her son.
We have had quite a couple of years, so it was incredibly devastating to find out that he was living with cystic fibrosis. And then it's been stressful to figure out treatments and how to navigate that through life.
She posts to them, she keeps track of people, she talks to mothers online. So it just, when you say Omaha's greatest to me in regard to cystic fibrosis, she came right to mind.
Good job, Julie.
She's an amazing woman, and everything that she's done, I mean, it leads to this, so it's very well deserved.
Without my in-laws today, I don't know what we'd do without their support. And my husband, he is the main person who provides the most of Jason's medications to him. I realize we're very lucky. He has a moderate gene and a severe gene. So he lives life. He does not have to take this many pills because of his pancreas is working, but many, majority of people living with cystic fibrosis take an insane amount of pills every day.
My little one.
We're going to continue fighting until there's a cure for CF and nobody has to take all the pills, all the drugs, all the treatment.
It is about my son. He is a huge support because these people, they are here for me and they know a lot about my life, but they're here because they love my family.
Love is all over this room. It's a hug, or a kiss, or simply a show of support. In support of a family.
This is pretty incredible. I appreciate it.
A mother carrying the torch for her son in the fight against cystic fibrosis. His name is Jason, and they're all there for him, forever and ever. And the fight goes on. Now, cystic fibrosis will be beaten. It's just a question of time. Now, for Jason's sake and all those battling this life-shortening lung disease, 30,000 people in the United States are afflicted with CF. 60 years ago, the life expectancy was very short, maybe just a few years after birth. But now, some 60 years later, life expectancy is over 40 plus years old. So great strides have been made. Now, half of those with cystic fibrosis are over 18 years of age, and they need your help. If you'd like to donate towards the fight against CF, click on cff.org or go to Rachel Jensen's page. Now, it is such a worthy cause. There are a lot of Jasons out there who need our help. Now, Rachel will be honored by the Omaha Foundation for her efforts, but I'm sure she will tell you, and others like her would say, it's not about me, us. It's about my son or their sons and daughters. So please go to these websites. And when you do, remember that little spark plug with curly blonde hair, Jason. The Kinney Cup is once again on the line, and the Reavers look to take the fort again. The Tree of Life for Doug, branching out in memory of a good man, when we come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is IWTV News.
I think one of the biggest reasons I chose to come to Iowa Western was the friendly atmosphere. When I was touring the campus, I had looked at a few different other campuses and I didn't feel that they were as close-knit and they didn't have as much to offer. The best part of being a student in the PTA program was the faculty as well as the students. All of our professors wanted us to do really well and they had hands-on experience, so they were able to offer us everything that we needed to be successful in the work field once we graduated.
We got to work with people in our class, so you had a real-life, quote, patient there with you. They would tell you, you get instant feedback on if you were doing something too roughly or too softly, or if you were getting what you were trying to achieve done. You could also kind of experiment a little bit on what worked, figure out how hard things would be to have patients do.
I think one of my favorite moments was when we would go out into the community. So we'd get to help others, whether it would be going out to some of the nursing homes and just getting our program out into the community, because not a lot of people were aware of physical therapy and the role we play in the community and getting them back to their daily lives and the things they used to do.
One of the things I love about the job is that you get to work with people every day. You get to see patients as they progress. You get to see them being able to do things that they haven't been able to do in quite some time. Nothing is more accomplishing than having a patient who hasn't been able to walk, and then by the time you're done working with them, they're up walking, whether it be with an assistive device or not, being able to do some of the daily living tasks that they were unable to do beforehand.
I think one of the most satisfying things is you really build a strong connection with the physical therapist you work with. So both of you, as you build your relationship, you're able to better treat patients and help them get over a surgery they have had, or maybe a fall if they're an older patient. So with that team aspect, you're really able to communicate and get people the results that they want to see.
I love all the teachers. It was a very nice experience with the housing, etc. I played sports here. I got to get in the sports environment. It was close to home. It was very affordable, and it met all my needs and went above and beyond.
What didn't he do for the community? That's what I want to know, because he did it all. They remembered simply a good man recently, and of course everybody knew Doug Goodman, not just in Reaver Country, Council Bluffs, but the metro area and beyond. Now, of course, Doug left us all too soon, just over a year ago. His tree had many branches, so I think in the end it's only fitting that Doug Goodman would have been 63 years old. Weaver Country celebrates Doug's birthday by planting a tree in his memory.
Most people here today, I'm sure, probably knew Doug, so there's probably no need to go into too much detail. And so today we dedicate this tree, a mighty image of strength and time, to be a symbol of his long-lasting leadership in this community.
One of the things about Doug was he was a tremendous wrestling fan. And so when Todd called and said that Trees Forever wanted to plant a tree in honor of Doug, we thought, what a better spot than here in front of this building. You will now be responsible for watering this tree. The only thing that we maybe, other than planting a tree, would have been to bronze that couch that he sat on at wrestling matches.
Being an athlete is important, but also being a student is more important for the rest of your life. So for Doug's memory, make sure you get your degree and be student athletes.
First, I'd like to thank Dr. Kenny and the Iowa Western community for their support over the past year. How appropriate it is that it's a tree. Many of the tree's characteristics are similar to those that Doug had. I am so honored, and our family is so appreciative of everything Iowa Western has done for us. The tree, the ability to have the service out here. He was all about everybody else. He, whenever somebody needed something, he was always there. If a friend needed him, they were always there. Everybody else was before him.
It's a tremendous thing that we're able to honor Doug on his birthday with a lasting memory. And obviously this tree is going to be everlasting.
He's going to be able to keep growing at Iowa Western, and that Iowa Western as a college will also be able to keep growing.
He was a Reaver without compare. He had a passion for duty so rare.
The celebration concludes with an ode to Doug. Doug Goodman branched out and touched everyone he knew. Now everyone will forever be reminded in the heart of Weaver Country. And now, back to school. Campus is once again buzzing like a beehive. Students are coming and going at every turn. Now, I know it's just a couple of weeks in, but what do they think so far?
Welcome back, Iowa Western.
I chose Iowa Western for my school because it's close to home and it has a good environment. I already kind of know a lot of people who go here, so I wouldn't have to focus on trying to find new friends. And the overall academics and athletics here are pretty good.
It feels good to be back, and especially now that we're considered seniors. It's a good feeling, and overall, I think it's a good feel, just a lot more stressful.
First time away from home, Big Blue Volleyball on a fact-finding mission. Does this club have what it takes? The battle for Fort Dodge. Reavers trip the Tritons again after the break.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Make others feel hurt.
Such a weirdo.
Excluded or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
be nice. She's new. Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened? Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi. You mean you were driving? Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
To put it simply, they've owned them. Iowa Western has dominated Iowa Central 10 games in a row. So why would this time be any different? Now the second-ranked Reavers invade Fort Dodge. It's no secret, Big Blue will forever have a bullseye on its back the size of... you fill in the blank. Here's IWTV student Riley Teton.
A battle for the Kinney Cup. The Reavers roll into Fort Dodge. Opening drive, it's the Saquandre White Show. The sophomore rushes for 28 yards down to the Triton 19-yard line. Drive stalls. The Reavers cash in as Chase Contreras drills a 44-yard field goal. IDUB, a 3-0 lead. Iowa Central responds. DeMarcus Irons finds an open Jason Young down the 24-yard line. The home team ties the game with a 35-yard field goal. Minutes later, the ICC special teams come through with a block punt and a safety. 5-3 Tritons. The Iowa Central O finding its rhythm. Irons finds space. Number 3 dances for 18 yards to the 28. Later on, Irons, the final 7 yards up the middle. Tritons grab a 12-3 lead. Reavers answer. Late in the quarter, White with a burst of speed. The Florida State transfer brought down inside the 10. Next play, Brian Sneed punches it from 9 yards out.
Inside handoff, Brian Sneed. Pushing for touchdown.
The visitors trail 12-10 after the first quarter. In the second, Iowa Western threatening again. Brian Sneed tacks on 6 more. Ida bounces back to go up 17-12. I Central, DeMarcus Irons, slips past the dark side for a 12-yard touchdown run. Tritons go into the half up by 1, 18-17. Second half, third quarter. Perryon Winfrey and the dark side come up clutch. The sophomore with one of 4 sacks on the day. The home team settles for another short field goal. 21-17, Iowa Central. Contreras with a short field goal. 21-20. Iowa Central rallies midway through the quarter. Tritons march 60 yards in 8 plays. ICC grabs the go-ahead TD as Terrell Carey is left open. Iowa Central leads 28-20 with just under 7.5 minutes to play. Time winding down. Reaver QB Cam Thomas flings it to a backtracking Deshaun Stoudemire. Thomas, who was 17-31 for 124 yards, and this touchdown for Corey Reed Jr. 28-26. Iowa Western goes for 2. Unsuccessful. Big Blue goes for the onside kick, recovered by the home team. The Reavers get the ball back on the punt, but IDUB is called for leaping over the defenders. Iowa Central wins it 28-26. Tritons take back the Kinney Cup for the first time in 10 years.
Well, I thought we ran the ball well. We just didn't make enough plays. Run it, and we'd get some big yards. We just couldn't finish some drives off. And our pass game was pretty much non-existent. In the first half, which kind of hurt us down the stretch. But we played as poor as we probably could have played.
Just my O-line penetrating off the line, just doing what they got to do, making their blocks. We got a really good football team next. We play Hutchinson, so. We're just gonna come out, practice, execute, and get a dub. The coach just told us keep working, keep pushing. He gonna spread, open the playbook up. We're gonna get a lot of extra work in. We probably gonna stay late after practice, run extra routes, catch extra balls. We're gonna get right.
We got a lot of season left. You know, it's one game. We played 2. We got 10 more to go.
The Tritons bring back the Kinney Cup. For IWTV Sports, I'm Riley T.
And then there's the men's soccer team. First impression? Good. Real good. Now the unranked Reavers run into another weekend with 2 more on their home pitch. 2 more matches to gauge just how good this club can really be. Big Blue ready to cut it loose against John Wood. First half, Mario Magana, and it's wide left. Now the Reavers 10 corner kicks. And how does it not go in? Late in the half, Roberto Hernandez with the cross. Mike Brown's team outshoots the Blazers 13-3 overall, but it's scoreless at the break. Second half, 53rd minute. Nicolas Torres with the assist, Jacob Loney with the finish, and it's 1-0 Iowa Western. 9 minutes later, the freshman from Denmark again, and Big Blue goes on to chop the wood 2-0.
They were super organized, and they had a really, I think, you know, of all the teams we faced, they probably, I don't know if fear is the right word, but they had a good amount of respect for us. Thought the boys didn't come out with the greatest amount of energy in the first half. Even with how John Wood was playing, I thought we were very lackadaisical and just, we were slow. Our speed of play wasn't fast. We weren't really communicating that well. But the second half, you know, we had discussion. I felt they really came out and they changed it. You know, it really, John Wood took a lot of space away from us, so we had to really manufacture our goals on set pieces.
Iowa Western with another clean sheet 2 days later. The Reavers shut out Central. Big Blue now a sparkling 4-0 with 4 straight shutouts. Meanwhile, the women hit the road, drop a pair. The Raiders of Rose State humbled Big Blue 2-0, scoreless at the half, and the Reavers not one corner kick. Laramie County then lays one on Iowa Western to the tune of 3-1. Now Big Blue leads 1-0 at the break, but the Golden Eagles 3 second half goals. The Reavers outshoot the Birds 15-12. So back to the drawing board for Coach Sanchez and the women as Iowa Western drops to 1-3. First road test of the season for the nationally ranked volleyball team. And the winner is on the other side.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Last year's last year, it's that simple. What have you done lately? But still, it's early. The Iowa Western V-ball team is finding that out. The Reavers hit the road to Texas for the always tough Blinn tournament. Now, this is just another good weekend to find out where this volleyball team, ranked very, very high, is all about. Find out right out of the gate. Final, Laredo 3-0. Cortland Henderson, 15 kills. Bounce back, shutting out Clarendon 3-0. Cortland Henderson, 12 Ks. Next day, a 5-set marathon with Trinity Valley. Lose 15-13 fifth set. Bounce back again to blank Blinn. Now on the day, Cortland Henderson, 36 kills. The sophomore has All-American written all over him. So Coach Williams and the women sit at 5-2. And like I said, it's early. The Reavers home sweet home Thursday, September 5th against Ellsworth. All righty then, we are just breezing along. Another one is in the books. And up ahead, well, I kind of feel like our fall camp is just about over. Good things are still very much to come. And so for this latest edition of IWTV News, I'm JJ Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
IWTV is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.